Hello YouTubers, Troz here, playing some more Kerbal Space Program. In fact, today I'm starting my Kerbal Space Program 1.0 career mode, or 1.02 as it may be the case in this case. Here we have Bill, Bob, and Jeb floating over Kerbin. In fact, should be Kerbal Space Center just coming up over here. That should be the offshore little island with the landing strip. Yeah, there should be Kerbal Space Center right there. And we're gonna start a new game here with Valentina. We're gonna start a career mode. I'm gonna change my default flag. Where's the flag? Oh, I think I lost the flag that I had. Well, we'll leave it be. Let's look at the difficulty options. I think I'm going to turn off missing crews respawn. No entry purchase required. It could be a little bit of a hardcore with the missing crews respawn. Let's start up here. And I'm gonna try editing these videos a bit better than I have been in the past. Probably gonna cut out most of the building, although the first few ships here will probably build on camera just because they go relatively quick. So we start off with basically all the record contracts, the minimums of each, and as we pass them, we automatically are given the next higher up. Well, we're going to launch our first vessel, and we're going to gather scientific data from Kerbin. Alright, Gene. We're not going to escape the atmosphere just yet. But that will come. Alright. Everyone's first vessel is relatively simple. We don't have any science yet. We don't have much of anything yet. Just solid rocket motor and a parachute. And you know what? For good luck, I will attach. Yeah, they're relatively cheap. I'll attach a few basic fins. I'll stick them as low down as I can get. And they're arranged so we have easy access to the door still. And that's about it. We have, we'll have Jebediah on this one. We'll have Valentina fly the next one. So, Mission 1, if I can type it correctly. Let's save. And go out to the launch pad. Now, we're not going to be setting any... Well, I guess technically we are going to be setting speed records, but you know what I mean. This is just a basic ship. We're not doing anything fancy here, so we don't have to do a gravity turn. I know that stuff has changed, but we're just going to do our basic stuff here. Let's actually try to gather as much science as we can. Now, later when we get some stuff, I'm going to build a little car to drive around and get science. There's basically each building is now a different biome. But for now, we can get a crew report. Let's EVA here. Take the data so we can do another crew report later. Let's do an EVA report. We're technically flying because we're not on the ground. We are going to now board, and we are now ready for launch. Now turn on SAS, and we are launching in 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Speed record. Another speed record. Are we going to get... Yes, we are going to get an altitude record. Well, we'll check on those once we land. Alright, we're slowing down. Let's get a crew report. Shore's looking inviting. Keep that data. We may wind up flipping around here. But if Jeb can hold us, maybe we won't. Picking up speed, so let's pop that parachute so it'll slow us down. Even though it's not fully deployed, it does increase the drag. And it should open up about 600 or just under. There it goes. They take a while to open now, but they don't slow you down instantly, so it's much less stress than it previous was. And we're gonna land basically right where we took off from. And there we go. I don't think we can get surface samples or anything like that currently, so I don't think we're going to have him get out. Maybe we can get an EVA report on the ground if we did, but we're going to get that all later, I believe. So let's just recover this vessel. Crew report while flying over Kerbal shores. EVA report. Crew report from launch pad. Recovery of a vessel that survived the flight. We have a total of 26 science here. We got 1,357 funds from recovery at 100% value. That's great. I guess less the solid fuel, maybe? Yeah, less the solid fuel. And Jebediah gained 1 experience. So we got our contracts. Gather scientific data from Kerbal. We got 61,000 funds and 10 science, 24 reputation from that. Set an altitude record. Set a speed record. Speed record. Launched our first vessel, got 5,000 for that. And yeah, it's our first mission in the books. Hey, Gene. So what do we have now? We have escape the atmosphere. And we have orbit Kerbal. I don't think we're gonna do that on this next flight, though. So let's just go with escape the atmosphere, because once regular contracts start opening up, I want to have at least 1 free slot to take them. But definitely we need to unlock some science, or else we're not going to get too much further. So we have Basic Rocketry and Engineering 101. Both are 5 points, and it's going to be well worth it to take them both. Specifically, this one for the decoupler and the Science Bay. And this one will give us a better solid fuel rocket and our first liquid rocket. So let's go back to the VAB. And while this was a good rocket, we can do much better now. So let's hit new. So this rocket is relatively cheap. Only the one parachute still. Let's see what I can do here. I thought they were going to add a delta V calculator into the game. Seems like they haven't. I'd like to... No, 4 is enough. Given the cost of this engine, I'd like to be able to bring it back. This costs about half, and includes the cost of the fuel. Solid fuel, thrust, 210. So this is more thrust than this. Even this one is not too... Well, this is less thrust, but what I'm thinking is making a 2-stage rocket, but having the whole upper stage, this whole thing here, be recoverable. So if you use a solid to get off the ground, which I'm hoping it would have thrust to do so, the thing is, recovering this won't be possible on just a single parachute. These are... They're relatively cheap, but I don't want to waste them, so I'm going to do another 3. Problem is, these are pretty high up on the rocket. I'm going to do these offset. So having these down here as well should make it stable. We'll lose them, but it's not that much of a cost. What I do plan to do, though, is there we go. Let's empty these of fuel. We're using this for structure only. At that point, it should be relatively lightweight. Alright, so both of those are empty of fuel. All these have fuel, and that will hopefully allow us to add more parachutes. And of course I'll put one on top, add another stage. So, solid booster will go, we'll drop it away, then this will go, and then we will get our parachutes. Time to share Jeb. We'll get Valentina in there, and this will be mission 2. The plan is just to go suborbital, but we'll see how well we'll do. Maybe we'll get this orbital. I'm gonna wait to do the turn till we're at least a kilometer up. How you feeling, Valentina? You ready? Let's show that up here, and we are go. I'm gonna throttle up, and stability control on in 3, 2, 1. And we did get off the pad. That was the one thing I was a little afraid of, but alright, staged. Another rocket. I'm gonna throttle down a little bit. Yeah, I tried to turn with the solid on there. Didn't really get it going. How are we doing here? We got an altitude record. Alright, here. Speed record. We're starting to get a little dangerous speed, but oh, look at that. Our engines just ran out of fuel. So, I'm not going to get to orbit with this. But, not doing too bad. We're going to get up to about 30 kilometers. And, of course, I realize now what I should have done and included some more scientific research devices, like the materials bay we unlocked. But let's do a crew report from the upper atmosphere. And looks like we are going to land in the ocean, so we can do a report from there as well. Alright, we should be going slow enough. I'm going to pop the parachutes at 4 kilometers. Alright, that has slowed us down decently. Once they fully open up about 500 meters, we should be definitely in the safer landing zone, which is typically 5 meters per second and under. And look at that, we are actually under 5 meters per second. So this will allow us to recover all these parts. I'm assuming we will land them intact, but so we basically lost, the engine and 3 fins, which is a little over 600 funds, and then we'll probably get like 95% recovery of all this. We're about to splash down. And look at that. Let's carefully. That wasn't so carefully. Because we are door down. And I don't think we'll be able to get back in now. Somehow we're oh, there we go. We're walking on the water for a minute there. To take data Store experiments. Can we board? No. One more try. Yeah, we can't get close enough to the door. Okay, we will recover Valentina. Gains 1 experience point, and then we'll recover mission 2 for 7 science and 4,004. Oh yeah, 97.7% value of everything, and basically the only things we lost were fuel and the one solid rocket stage with some cheap fins on it. But we completed a distance record of 5,000 meters, an altitude record of 26.5 kilometers, and 19 kilometers, and a speed record of 450 meters per second. Another altitude. Alright. That was decent, but not great. So we have sciencey things that we need. We need a materials bay. We need some goo canisters. Let's change things up a little bit here. We will stick 4 fins, 4 goo canisters. You know, before we do all this, I'm just gonna see this as mission 3 temporarily. We gathered a lot of science. We can unlock some more science parts. We have 24 science. See, the radial parachutes would help us. But we don't need the heat shields yet, and we don't need the service bay yet. And I basically have a decent fake radial parachute right now. I think these might do us better. For now. Alright, so let's go back. To the VAB here. I'm gonna take this off. Larger fuel tanks will definitely help us. And I think we can do with 4. While the Reliant is reliable, I think the swivel engine will help us a bit more with control. What we do need, or what I think we need, is I'm going to put fins on here anyway. No, I have a fin there. will put the goo canisters on as well. And again, I want to try to recover all of this, except for maybe the launch engine. Unused monopropellant. Okay. How are you being bright orange before? Why are you bright orange? We're over the parts limit. Okay. We have the swivel engine. Let's hope that is enough to hold us stable at higher altitudes. This is 210 thrust. This is 275 thrust. I think 210 was way more than we needed. I don't want to get going too fast, so I'm gonna put this at 75. 75.5 is fine. I'm hoping that will be enough to get us off the launch pad. These all should be empty. Good. These all should be full. We are going places. Yeah, we'll do Valentina again. I think this time we want to head towards the plains biome, grasslands. All of this might be getting us close to orbit. Still, I want to get suborbital before we go orbital. So that's the plan. Okay, let's get our fuel and the like out. Turn on SAS and launch in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Bit slower speed, but as we burn up the fuel, we're going to get lighter. And I think this is going to be much easier. I'm going to just bank a little this way. Again, this is not what you do if you get to, or you're trying to get to orbit, but that is not what I'm trying to do. I am just trying to go as far and as high as we can. Solid fuel is running out. A bit more, yeah, something like that. Throttle back slightly. Let's do a materials bay here. Hopefully I'm still lower. Flying, look at that. I should have done one of the mystery goos on the ground. Alright, we're in the higher up atmosphere now, so I think we can just go for it. Speed record. Oh, and we're gonna just, well, oh, and we are just gonna miss getting out of the atmosphere. Hopefully that's upper atmosphere. I had 4 of these. I wanted to do one at the launch pad and one where we landed. Of course, forgot all about the launch pad one. Yeah, we're dropping back. We were really close. Alright, I'm going to pop the parachutes now. We're a bit higher here. We're probably going to be in the highlands, or even possibly the mountains. And I'm going to try something as we land. I kind of want the ship to tip over while the parachutes are still open. So when the parachutes, or when we get close to the ground, I'm going to try to use the SAS to tip us on the side and hold us there, so that we fall over while the parachutes are open, so that they'll slow our tipping and nothing explodes. Again, we're doing a nice 4.6 meters per second. A little heavier because we have more fuel tanks in the materials bay, but I added more of these parachute sides, so balances out. I'm gonna tip towards the mountain here. Let's try swing back and forth and hold. Tip on your side a bit, and no. Okay, that's what I was trying to not have happen, but looks like the important parts are safe. Let's get a mystery goo reading here. We are in the highlands. Let's keep that data. Let's EVA. Get an EVA report. Keep the data. Store experiments. It's board. Didn't take a crew report. Technically did, but it wasn't going to be worth anything, so I didn't save it while in the upper atmosphere. EVA. Climb out. Oop. Hey, get up. I know it's a bit of a slope. EVA report. Keep the data. We grab that board and recover the vessel. So we lost our solid fuel stage, and we lost 2 fuel tanks and 4 parachutes. We earned 46 science, which is great. Material study being the biggest contributor. Got 95% value back, minus the few things we lost, and fuel. And Valentina didn't gain any XP from that because it's basically the same type of flight, a in-atmosphere flight. What we did get is distance record, distance record, distance record, distance record, speed record, and that's about it. I think I'm gonna cut and have this video end here. Gonna try to keep these a little bit shorter and snappier edited. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with more Kerbal Space Program 1.0 Career. See you guys then. Thanks for watching.